It's one of the oldest universities, 182-year-old public university, and you have seen all the rankings that it has. It has been best in most of the nations, whether it is business programs. It has got AACSB accreditations and everything. The most attractive part of this Eastern Michigan University is that it charges in-state tuition fees. In-state tuition fees means domestic tuition fees. There are two types of tuition fees available: in-state tuition fees and outstate tuition fees. The outstate tuition fees is normally for international students, is for international students. No, it's not normally, it's for international students. And it is normally 2 or sometimes even 3 times higher than the in-state tuition fees. So first, it becomes affordable in terms of cost because you are just paying in-state tuition fee and not the outstate tuition fees. So you are just paying, let's say, at least 50% less, or maybe, if it is 33%, basically what you are paying if it's 3 times high. So you are saving a lot of money in your tuitions. Second, for undergraduate students who can stay on campus, the on-campus accommodation living cost is also not much, but who can stay for first year and second year on campus. Third year and fourth year, you get full tuition scholarship. So you have a benefit of getting that full tuition fee scholarship, and you can join this university. This is specifically for undergraduate program and not for graduate program. So that's the key USP. Even students who are looking for graduate program can apply because a public university, ranked university, well known, well accepted. So these are key points. Now let me come to the question, ma'am. The question that basically student has is basically, you have not mentioned the tuition fees specific to, you have mentioned it basically specific, but how does the tuition fee works when he is going to pay a third, fourth year, the terms of payment? Because since this is quite affordable and within the reach of many students, and it's a ranked public university, I'm sure many would like to apply. So if you can tell a little bit on the tuition fees, the term of payment, how it works, and there is an application fee waiver. I forgot to mention that. Please can you explain that?
Yeah, application fee, I think even I forgot to mention the application fee waiver is applicable once the student comes to us. We give them the code, and that's how we get the application fee waiver. And coming back to the question that you asked me, so so what happens is, for the first process is we fill in all the documentations. The documents are sent, and once the documents are sent and it's clear and we get a reply from the university, okay, they will ask for the financial statement. Now the financial statement can be the parents, of course, and they have to submit this. Now most of the US universities, they ask for financial statements, as you all know. Okay, now the moment they get the admission, they're supposed to pay the tuition fee. Okay, the first year, as I said, you are supposed to pay for the first year and the second year, and the third and the fourth year, provided you stay in the same university and continue the studies. Now some people shift also and get admission in different colleges. This is not going to work. If you really want to take the benefit of the scholarship, then you are supposed to study the third and fourth year. That is the condition. Okay.
Okay.
Yes.
Yeah. So the tuition fees the student can pay is per term. So if he is going for fall term, he can pay for fall term, and then basically at the end of fall term, he'll be paying for the spring term, right?
Right.
Okay. So you have a in-state tuition fees, and you also have that payment. Are there monthly payments available for tuition fee payments?
Monthly payments, as of now, we don't have. But what we could do is we can still, if a particular student is looking for a monthly payment, we can still talk to the university how they're going to arrange. If that's a possibility, we'll come back to you.
Okay. So you have this 50% scholarship. You have this full scholarship for the third year and the fourth year. Is there, besides this, any scholarship available, like merit-based scholarship? If a student has, this scholarship is applicable for all students, but if the student is having merit, good GPA, so are there any scholarship available for such students?
So such students, what we'll do is, first of all, we will send this information to the university, and once the university will say yes, we can go ahead and offer you a scholarship, we can definitely, work on that. However, at this point in time, uh, um, without, university offering this, I will not be able to comment.
Perfect. No problem. So let me emphasize this. Students who apply to us, we will basically forward the application and we'll get a code and you will be eligible for application fee waiver. So you do not have to pay. While as students who directly apply to the university portal will have to pay an application fee. So you can take the benefit of an application fee waiver. That means you are applying without any cost. You are able to assess your profile. You know what is your admission chance, whether you're getting scholarship, and then basically you are making a decision of basically providing confirming other things, whether it is financial documents. If they want, some of the universities allow you to submit the financial statements later on also. So Lakshmi ma'am, I want to know, are financial statement allowed at need at the time of application, or can it be submitted later?
So the best part is always, while you're for the first time when you're applying and filling on and submitting all the documents, make sure that you're, submitting at the first instance so that you don't delay. Because what happens is sometimes, the time is delayed, and after a certain period of time, you lose the time, and then what happens is, even if you're eligible to get that admission because of your financial statement, you lose on their time. So by the time they close their admissions, they have a okay, now they have a certain period where you can actually apply, and after that, it becomes very difficult to get the visa. So there is a time limit. So before that, it is best to, in the first instance, you submit all the documentation. And the best part, one thing is very clearly, you have to understand this. Please make sure you're submitting the documents, of course, check everything. Send the scanned copies properly arranged. In the first retreat, it should be like, you're sending all the documents. So that makes a lot of, in fact, only the thing is sometimes, like I've been talking to a lot of students from the 12th standard, they still wait for, their results. Sometimes the university doesn't give them the, reports, like the final mark sheets, soon. So what we can do is in that case, in that cases, we can actually, tell the university that can be submitted. So there is a time period for that, which is still flexible to submit. So that is not an issue. Here, the financial statement, it gives you a good standing so that you are eligible, and the visa process should not be delayed, because most of the time when we get stuck at the documentation, visa takes a little longer sometimes, because they have so many students to scan the documentations and send them the offer and all. So it is always better to in the first instance submit all the documentations, so that you still have some time. If you have to submit the mark sheets which is being not provided at the first instance, or it is like being delayed from the college, so you can still hold on to it. At least they know that you are financially stable and you are capable of paying the tuition fees.
Okay, thank you, ma'am. One more basically important, besides having an application fee waiver, the university also offers a SAT, GMAT, GRE waiver. So students doesn't have to apply for SAT or ACT or GMAT or GRE. And students who have IB or who have done advanced placement, they can, based on the IB test scores, English scores, you also have eligible for English waiver as well. So these are some of the key USPs which I basically want to highlight it. Now there's a question basically on the gap. Do you accept gap in your bachelor's? Suppose a student is of age of 30 years or 35 years, who has done his 12th and has worked good years of work experience. Do you accept such students at undergraduate and probably a student at bachelor's level also, if I can know about graduate gaps are applicable or not?
So there is a gap which is acceptable. However, are you looking for, when we are talking about undergraduates, so we're talking about the gap between, their 12th year, right?
Right.
So, yeah, but I think there is a certain specific years that you have to keep in mind, and even age factor you're talking about, right? So the
Right.
cutoff age is 30, not more than that. However, the gap can be considered as 5 years. Okay. But again, now let me check and talk to them. And if the gap, here someone says like, 10 plus 3 years of education and working is the reason for gap. So that means someone has already done bachelor's. That means, are you talking about, is it Karen? Are you talking about the graduation is already been done here? Because of that, there is a
No,
gap?
it is 10 plus 3 years of diploma.
Diploma. Okay.
Yeah.
So diploma, yes, a diploma.
And thereafter, he has gone for his work experience, and right now he is looking for bachelor's degree.
So there is a separate format for this. There is the international, transfer students. So there is a separate, because this is a diploma holder, right?
Right, but he has not done his 12th, so he's 10 plus 3 years of diploma. It's not after 12 3 years of diploma. So the fact is that even if that 3 years diploma is considered equivalent to 12 with work experience, I guess it should be acceptable as long as the student is below 30 years of age, right?
So yes, that's what I said. There is a separate link for this to fill in, because they are considered as transfer students. So that in fact they are like, in apart from Eastern Michigan University also, there are other colleges, they do accept it, but again, here the case is they have to first submit the documentations. Once it's okayed from there, then they can go for this.
Once the student submits all the documents, the financial documents, how much time does a university takes to basically process for I-20?
Basically, it takes like 3 to 4 weeks.
3 to 4
And that
weeks.
is the reason why we say, because in the entire process it takes like 30 days around. So that is the reason why we say that the document has to be submitted in initial stage, so that any delay, and then it shouldn't be further delayed and losing that admission time frame.
Okay. Fine. There are students for graduate programs as well, but I guess we can't take those questions here. But for undergraduate student, regarding the scholarship that I mentioned it of the 50% third and fourth
Right.
year, there's a condition that for the first year and the second year, the student has to stay on campus. Is it?
No, the condition is they have not just first year and second year. The condition is they have to complete the third and fourth year in the same university. They
Right.
cannot change, right?
Right. But is there a condition they have to they can't change, they can't transfer to some other university? That's absolutely an important condition. But is there a condition to stay on campus, or can a student stay off campus? That's my question.
Yeah, so students can even stay off campus.
So it's not necessary that the student should stay on campus
No,
to get this scholarship.
no.
Okay. So these are some of the questions. The last question that everybody has, everybody wants to know is about the visa process, the visa dates. If the visa dates are not available, so are the university able to help these students who are not able to get the dates? Is extension available? How does it work?
So there is a cutoff date. So that is the reason why I said, please submit whatever documents you have initially, whatever you're lacking. Like as I said, most of the time the student gets stuck only for the mark sheet, because most of the universities, they delay sometimes and all, and the student is not able to submit that. It's okay. By that meantime, in the meantime, we can still look out for I-20 to come over, and that is where the visa takes place.
Okay. Karen just informed me that the student who got basically the scholarship from Bachelor's in Sports Management at Michigan State University is Pritish Kokate. So he is basically doing very well at, his testimonials is also available on YouTube. I did not play it today, but his testimonials is also available. And if any students want to check that, they can go to the YouTube, check the student testimonial. And all those students who want to apply to Eastern Michigan University can reach out to us, either to the counselor, or if you're watching on YouTube, you will have on the description, you will find a Zoom one-on-one link, calendar link. You can book an appointment and we will help you to get admission at Eastern Michigan University. Thank you, Lakshmi Venkat. Thank you for all that information, for sharing all those things to us.